Today I want to talk about 5 things that I'm loving in our homeschool. 5 things that we have enjoyed this homeschool year as we are rounding out the 2021-2022 homeschool year. I've kind of had some time to reflect on things that I've loved, things that have worked well. Now this is like cumulatively, okay? So I might have picked something that my 2nd grader loved and then my 3rd grader. I might have picked something that my 3rd grader loved, something that my 8th grader loves. Like, it just kind of depends. This is what I want to share with you in today's video. Just a few random things. Some of them I have talked about before, some of them I have not. So let's just get right into it. One thing that we have loved, you can see this book has been obviously well loved and well used. Wordly Wise. This was a new addition to our homeschool this year. Wordly Wise is something that I will be doing for both of my boys, my 2 older boys, next year as well. I thought about getting it for my 4th grader, but I haven't quite decided yet. He's going to have a few things that he's going to be doing that will look a little bit different, so we'll kind of see as that plays out. But this has been awesome. It's totally something my kids do independently, my older boys. This is a book that we have used almost completely start to finish this homeschool year. We will finish this out as we end our homeschool year. We are just about there. I spilled all kinds of coffee and who knows what on this book, but this is my 6th grader's. It is level 5 just because we hadn't used it before, so I didn't really know where to start him, and I'm glad that I actually did book 5 for him. And my 8th grader is doing book 7. So that was just where we started because I wasn't sure where to place them. Wordly Wise, that is something we've used this year. That is something we'll be continuing in the coming year also. Next thing that I want to share, something else we've loved in our homeschool. This is Beautiful Feet books, okay? Right now we are using the Early American History. Beautiful Feet books, and I don't know if it's just because it's the read aloud approach to history, if that's why I'm loving it so much, but I already have the next level for the coming year because I got super like trigger happy and bought 2 different levels last year. So I have this one right here, which we are almost done with, Early American History. We've been reading through that, and so next year we will. I'm kind of torn, guys. I'm kind of torn, just to be honest. I'm super excited about the Gather Round history units. I haven't touched any of those yet, and with my oldest being in 9th grade, I really am feeling like I want to get my hands on those from Gather Round. So I haven't made a commitment yet either way what we'll be using coming forward, but for this year specifically, I have loved Beautiful Feet books. I have loved the sitting down and reading with my boys. We do that with our morning basket time, like when we do Bible and anything like that that we're doing together, our unit studies from Gather Round, whatever it is, we will sit and do that together. So I've really enjoyed reading through this. I've loved the approach. I just want to share that with you guys. And the next thing I want to share, Fix It Grammar. This is nothing new to our home. We used this last year. We have completed last year's. We are working through the 2nd book right now, student book 2 from Fix It Grammar. We just got this one specifically about 2 months ago. So again, we're working through it again. My oldest 2 boys are using these. I'm not using this yet with my youngest. I'm probably doing it all wrong. I probably should just have him do it also and do all 3 of them at once instead of repeating it. But anywho, my oldest 2 boys, Fix It Grammar. We completed the book, so I don't have it to show you. They're on book 2 now. We are really enjoying it. That's something that's so simple. It's so independent. I love that aspect of it. But then again, I love the subjects and the things that bring us together. I like having that flexibility and that freedom to kind of have them do something independent, but yet I love the togetherness of read alouds and unit studies and all of that. And I've shared that here before. That's why I continue to do them, because I love that. I love all those things that bring us all together and keep us kind of nestled in the living room together. I love that, instead of everyone going separate ways. The next thing I want to share is the Evan Moore Building Spelling Skills. This, I think, is one of those that's either a love or hate type of thing. My boys, for whatever reason, love the old school list style spelling. So Evan Moore Building Spelling Skills, this is one that we used with my middle child, and then my 3rd grader also. He's just about finished up with his spelling. We will continue that for next year, especially for my soon-to-be 4th grader, because he loves it. He absolutely loves the list style. He's totally killing it. So we will continue that with the spelling. That's something we've loved. Again, like I said, some people like more in-depth lessons. My boys like to just see their list, to write it, to repeat it, to work through that continuously, and then have a test at the end of the week. That's worked well for us, so we will be continuing that. whatever that might look like for the upcoming homeschool year. Now, the last thing I want to share with you is a little added bonus thing, and it's kind of a big one. This right here, all these books, okay, these come with the Gather Round Unit Studies, the book list. So we're currently working through Living Off the Land from Gather Round, and we have found so many treasures from the library that honestly we would have never found before. We found one that was like a woodworking, I wonder where my boys put it. It was like, I'm not gonna be able to find it because I'm looking for it, but it was a woodworking, crafting, I don't even know. For the last 2 weeks, they've been outside making all kinds of things like the little tin cans that you walk on. My youngest has made like an insect house or whatever out of wood. They've been nailing things and screwing things together and building all kinds of things. And I wish I could find that book. Absolutely loved that one. Just sitting with my boys and reading different books, that I don't want to necessarily purchase every time we do a different unit study. Being able to get them at the library has been something we've really loved, and my boys love to come and just grab a book out of here, and we will sit and we'll read it. Pioneer Christmas. We have all kinds of different things. Renewable energy, the Gold Rush. What was the Gold Rush? We actually have that, but Winter's Coming. Like all kinds of different books in here. Pioneer Sampler. There's one in here actually that's all about bread. It's like bread making. The California Gold Rush. Oh, the Ball complete book of preserves. Like those are good for me, but they're part of the Living Off the Land book list. And so my library lets me actually, oh, look at this one right here. I should probably buy this book. Edible Wild Plants for Beginners. I should probably buy that. I haven't even looked at it yet. Like obviously my kids are not gonna read through this whole thing, but we could sit down together and look up specific plants and different things and different ailments that they might help with. So anyway, all that to say, that's something I've loved, is the book list from Gather Round. My library lets me take the whole book list to them, and they will pull the books off the shelves, put them in a big box, and we can go pick it up. And we'll just, as we work through the unit or as we want to sit and just read something together as a family, we'll grab a book and go through it. And some of them are big books that we will never ever get through, so I immediately just send those back. But for the most part, I mean, we get all kinds of fun picture books and different things. One classroom school, another one room schoolhouse. Yeah, my great aunt Arizona, I don't even know. My first little house, winter days in the big woods, we've got those. Acids and bases, food chemistry for kids. See, all kinds of stuff that we wouldn't be reading otherwise. A little Pioneer. So, anywho, those are things that we have loved in our homeschool this year. All kinds of things, some that are random, some that are like grade specific, but we've been just really enjoying having all these fun picture books to look through. We've been enjoying the simplicity of building spelling. We've been enjoying our family time when we sit and read through Beautiful Feet books. Wordly Wise, that was an unsuspected win. I didn't really know how this was gonna go, but it's been great, and we'll continue that. Fixed It Grammar is something we love. It's so simple, it's so doable. Like literally within 5 minutes, my boys can have this done, my 2 older boys. And yeah, those are just some simple things that are kind of unexpected wins, if you will, for our homeschool year. So I hope you find this video helpful and encouraging, and maybe challenging to kind of pick out some of your favorites from the year, instead of always, seems like it's always so much easier to look at the negative or the things we didn't complete or the things we didn't get to or the hard drawbacks. But be encouraged to find the good too, because there's so much good in all of it if you just choose to see it. So thank you for joining me today. I'll see you in our next video. Bye.